All right, Shalom Beloved. We're here with part three of your reading, and this is the tarot part. So what we're going to do is 12 12 card pull, and then I'll do a, oh, come on now. I just had it open. One for each house, and then I'll do a 13th card with my, here we go, with my homemade deck here. Um, to see what cosmic law is really in place with you. And then the thing about this for your reading, you're the first one who's going to be getting a reading based on the proper organization, probably ever, that we know of in public. For the proper order of the cards, I have my tarot spiral here on the wall, so I'll be able to look at that and really give you some more detailed information than other people would be able to give with this type of reading. So we're just going to ask the angels, all of the guardian angels, all of the angels of your chart that we've discussed, that we've brought up, to come and be with us for a few minutes and give us a reading for Miss Deborah that will be helpful for her understanding any open areas in her chart, any things that need to be addressed in a little more detail, and how to move forward in the most proper and the progressive manner. We ask the mother and the father both to come and be with us and give us the information and the understanding through the angels that we need, that will allow us to have a greater understanding of Miss Deborah's chart and Miss Deborah's purpose, and any other messages that they need for Miss Deborah to have so that she can be successful in all that she does. We'll do a good shuffle here. All right, it's still upright. All right, so just do one little bit more shuffling. These are I have not used these cards at all. You're literally the first person I'm using these cards for. I have not used these cards at all. These are brand new cards, literally brand new, and I wrote on them the proper placement. So I'm really, really excited to do this for you because you've been such a great supporter for me. I have waited to do this so that you would be the first person to receive it. Literally, like it's really that serious for me. I really appreciate your support. All right. So we're just gonna pull 13 cards, and these are the regular zodiac. Now, I mean the regular tarot cards, the ones drawn by Sister Pamela Coleman Smith. And they have actually this is called a mahogany tarot. So they have all the characters have dark spaces so that we can more identify with them. So that's not really the card people want first. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. That's so funny. That is so funny. One, two, three, four, five, six. This is going to be really helpful. One, two, three, four, five, six. Don't worry, that's not the actual death card. That's the five of cups. Two, three. Oh, and these are easier to see. Five. Oh, okay. Huh. Okay. All right. We got something here. Um. Wow. Okay. Oh, let me get my book. I thought I had already wrote my book. I guess. Wow. This is something. Okay. So the first card. Let me see if I can get rid of this glare. Yeah. Turn this a little bit. Wow. This is something. Okay. So the very first card is the Five of Pentacles. I mean the Five of Cups, which is in the Leo slice of our chart. Um, and this is for Aries, Five of Cups. And so the Five of Cups, and I have all the cards upright, and the reason for that is that we're just not gonna do we're just not gonna do in reverse cards. We're just gonna do upright cards unless for some reason the card comes out reversed, even though I've had it upright. I'm not gonna deliberately turn them. So this card symbolizes the problem of not knowing where to focus the emotions. This is exactly this is a lot of this has come up in your chart. Usually depicted with three upright cups and two spilled, the attention is directed at losses suffered rather than emotional support and the benefits that are still in reserve. The problem here is one of letting go of emotional upset and embracing the emotional strength held but ignored, looking at the spilled milk but not at the full containers. Fortunately, this is generally a transitory time of mourning for something lost, with better times to come. There may be some kind of disappointment or hurt feelings around the current, but these need to be faced and released so that better things are allowed to enter the sphere of influence. So again, this is really related to your chart, as far as like being able to get over, being able to be okay with being alone and not feeling like being alone is an issue for you, because being that this particular card is, like I said, in the cups energy, and it's in the strength quadrant of the actual chart, the wheel, which is Leo, ruled by the sun. It's like the sun is shining on you. So don't look at the clouds that were behind you. The clouds that you just came through are not as important as the sun that's shining on you right now. And so a lot of us, we carry on this pain and all of this stuff from our past lifetimes, our current lifetime, what people have done to us, what people have put on to us, and really, um, this is encouraging you from the biggest thing on your wheel, as far as the angels want you to know is let go of that stuff in the past. It's over. Don't worry about it. It's no longer affecting you, so you don't have to continue to be upset over it because it's gone. The Most High has given us a new body, a new everything. We're gonna have new everything. So anything that you had in the past, that has caused you pain and suffering and all of that, it's best to just let it go. The angels are telling you very forcefully in this first card to let it go. Look at what you have and don't worry about what was taken. And a lot of sisters have this problem. You would not believe it. The next card you have is that the Four of Cups. Yeah, that's the Four of Cups, and that's in the Cancer energy. Okay, so that's right here, the Four of Cups. And the reason why, okay, so just look at these cards. The very first card, you have the Five of Cups, where you have three cups spilled and you have two cups, right? And you're mourning over the three cups that spilled. But right behind you, you have two cups, plus those three cups that were spilled, plus the Most High is literally coming out of the cloud and handing you another cup. So as soon as you can turn away from the past of what the spilled milk that is there, you have all of these. I mean, everything that's behind you is like, I would say, pretty good. I mean, we have this Three of Hearts thing to look at, but you have lots of good stuff ahead if you can get over the past. Okay, so the Four of Cups. This card generally shows a sense of dissatisfaction in the midst of success. There's a satiation level to the emotions and desire for something new. In some decks, this card indicates that the need to reassess a situation will lead to new possibilities. Just like I said, an old relationship may be reevaluated, or although faithful and unexpressed yearning still remains, it is the questioning of the inner self as to whether there is more to life than that makes emotional satisfaction here tinged with a latent longing for ultimate experience and signaling that right choices have been made and the satisfaction is genuine. Meaning you are made the right choices. Everything that has happened to you up to this point is not bad. It's just, it is what it is. It had to be like that. And so instead of being stressed out about what has been done to you in the past, focus on what you have now. And something I just noticed, this was in your second house, which your son was also in the second house. So it's literally, showing you. Let me go back so I can see your wheel. It's literally showing you that the Most High is giving you all these extra, you know, uh, things that will help to comfort you, but you have to deal with this whole, this energy coming in of your personality of wanting to worry about what's behind you. All right. Even with external needs being well provided, internal satisfaction is being questioned. Meaning, even if you do have a lot on the outside, like again, as you can see in the pictures, the first guy, he's got 3 cups spilled and he's got 2 cups, and it's followed up by having those 3 cups that were spilled returned. Not only that, you have green grass. You have the Most High handing you the cup yourself, but if you don't feel that on the inside, if you can't recognize that the Most High is giving you something special, that you should be grateful for and happy about, and show the joy of what the Most High has given you, and not be so, being worried about what has been taken away from you in the past, or what you used to have and all of that. Then you can't move forward. Like, you'll forever just feel dissatisfied. So you really have to let go of that stuff that's in the past and really focus on what you have right now. And because this particular card is in Cancer energy, this could really have something to do with your emotional state, and you overthinking things, and just being really um just over emotional about certain things. And so being rational at this time would be helpful, being serious about it, and really just reflecting on what the truth of the situation is, and not what it appears to be on the outside. All right, so your next card is a 3 of cups. You have a lot of cups energy, and cups is um the particular major arcana cups that major arcana cards related to the cups are the Hermit, Strength, and the Chariot. So this is really the building of your inner strength. As you build up your inner strength and know that you are strong enough to endure, the Most High has given you everything that you need, you can really get it done. You will feel stronger and better about yourself, because really this whole cups energy is about building yourself. Like, you know, just putting your hand out and receiving all the blessings that are for you, and not worrying about what else is going on, because whatever comes in your cup, that's what was for you in the first place. So the next card is the 3 of Cups. Oh, this is so weird. Um, this card is often depicted with the happy celebrants dancing with cups, but the joy of companionship may also be on the quieter level. Friendship and party atmosphere go together here, and the extent of this celebration depends on the surroundings of the cards on the spread. Often there is a definite social event indicated with this card, and usually this relates to an emotional and family occurrence such as an engagement, marriage, or birth. But there's also the communication of mutually expressed joy, and the type of companionship that shows issues have been successfully resolved, so there's a new optimism and sharing of good times and happiness. And this is the third card, right? So this is in your social life. So this card is in the social life position. So, and you have in that house Venus. So again, into this whole relationship issue. So maybe it's something dealing with family relationships, or marriage, or other personal relationships that you really, once you get over the pain that has happened in the past, you're really gonna, you got a whole celebration laid out for you. You got all these extra cups, you got all this extra abundance that is literally waiting for you on the other side of letting go whatever it is that is that you've been worried about, that's in your past. And again, this is into that building of the self energy, that chariot energy. So you definitely want to, you know, like I said, whatever it is in the past, just let it go. Not just let it go, deal with it. Accept it as what has happened, but don't let it define your future. That's a much better way of describing what I'm saying. Um, the next card you have is the Three of Swords, which I think is first. All right, the Three of Swords, and that's in your Cancer position, card 4, or home life. And it says a sense of repose permeates most renditions of this card, offering a serene. That's a 3, right? Yeah, offering serene rest accompanied by readiness to resume a defensive stance as needed. This could mean taking a break from the cares and frustrations of life, as with a vacation, or simply standing back from a conflict for a moment to reassess the situation with calm and thought rather than impassioned emotions. Although the need for a respite from the battle is shown, there is also awareness that letting down one's guard is not an option. This card also shows that being ready to fight may in itself perpetuate a pause in conflict, meaning as you become more prepared for what is coming ahead because you have done the work of letting go and releasing and healing past relationships, you it that doesn't mean that you're just letting everything go and everything's going to be as it is. No, that's your preparation. And doing that prepares you for what's coming next. And as you can see, the next card is a wands card, a sticks card, which is, that energy of somebody coming in to, try to inflict some pain on you. But it's not going to work. You know what I mean? The whole thing about it is you're protected. As you can see down here in the lower cards, you have this four and this three of wands, which shows that you're protected. And so, you know, let's look at this five of wands or seven, eight of wands. And the eight of wands is one, two. It's in the fifth, so it's in the house of Leo. And in that house, you have your part of fortune. All right, so this is going to tell us what is that? Eight of wands. I passed it. This is going to tell us a lot about your where your the fortune in your part is. And it says this card of swift moving events, news coming from a distance. Here is a possible resolution to problems with a period of activity follows. While the events may be short term or there may be some travel involved, the view is one of optimism, where an impasse finally breaks and things start moving again. The progress and even possible advancement is a result. The caution here is to avoid making hasty decisions that might afford only a temporary solution without laying the foundation for long-term gain. So again, you have a spread here that tells you in the the um the lower half of your circle, which is really the top half, you go from, if you would just stop worrying about the spilled milk and focus on, what you do have left, the Most High is going to bring you the increase. And that increase is going to lead to celebration, but the celebration is not going to cause you to let your guard down. But the fact that you're celebrating in and of itself is going to prepare you for what is next. And what is next is the news coming of how you can add deeper resolution to your problems, how your problems can be resolved in even deeper way, as opposed to before they were being resolved on the surface level. This dealing with it is basically going to bring you resolution on a very deep and personal level. And the next card is a five of wands. That's eight, right? Okay, now we have a five. And the five of wands, it says this card usually, and this is in your health arena, and it says this card usually depicts a group of people struggling with long stays in a disorderly or combative manner. The actual meaning of it is competition or the need to work together to complete a project and bring about change. So even though it looks like they're fighting, they're working together to accomplish something. And that was heavily in your reading, like needing to work together with people. That is something that was really, really high on the list of what need to happen. All right. But there's also an element of renewal, awakening, creativity that moves energy into physical manifestation. As such, this card shows the struggle to bring ideas into being, requires compromises to overcome the problems. Labor issues may be involved with unforeseen troubles and need to be examined for understanding and solution. People may simply be getting on each other's nerves, or there may be competition for contracts or career moves. So, again, people may be just getting on each other's nerves. So, some of this conflict that may be coming up is because, you just have to forgive them. Like, okay, so for example, with me, like I always say, like, me and my old man, we always like have these issues. And so one of the things I decided to do when I started basically like on this walk is that, I mean, like literally in May, is that when he was in a good mood, I was in a good mood. And when he was in a bad mood, I just stayed away from him. I didn't allow his bad mood to influence me. And when he was in a bad mood, I didn't try to influence him either. I just let him be in a bad mood and I just avoided him, to the best of my ability. And so when he acted like there was no problem, I also acted like there was no problem. When he acted like there was a problem, I just let it go. And I apply that now to everybody. If they act like they got a problem with me, I just don't say anything. And then when they don't have a problem with me, that's fine. We don't have a problem anymore because I know I don't have a problem with them. And I also know that it's not me. A lot of times it's the spirit in me. It's something else that they're dealing with. It's some other demon attacking them. And so to hold every individual person responsible for their own actions is kind of foolish because Just look at your chart. You have all these angels, all these influences. Half the time, it's not even us. It's something else that's in us that's doing the thing that's being done. So when I learned how to just let that be, and literally deal with people the way that they present themselves and not hold so much of that stuff as a personal thing, because it's not personal. It's them and whatever they're dealing with and whatever spirit is on them. That has nothing to do with me and what spirits are on me. And so when they come at me good, I come at them good. When they come at me sour, I either, if I don't have to engage with them, I just don't engage at all. Or if I do have to engage with them, I just engage with them gently, because I know that it's not them. A lot of people, they want to hold people personally liable for everything. It's not them. It's really not. It's whatever is in them, which they may or may not have control over. And you don't want to, falsely accuse somebody, falsely hold something against somebody when in fact it's not even them, it's the spirit that's in them, which they don't have any control over, especially if a demon jumps on them. If they make themselves open, it is their fault if they make themselves open to a demon, yes. However, it's not necessary what the demon does once they're in them. They have no control over that. They don't. They can stop it sometimes if they're strong enough, if they know what's going on, but a lot of times they can't even stop it. So anyway, this the next card you have is the King of Pentacles. I hope that made sense, because that has really been helpful for me. And that is in card 7, which is Libra, your love life. And that's the King of Pentacles, which is a good sign. Let me see. Okay, wait, I went too far. Here we go. The King of Pentacles. And so that's in this heavy, 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 heavy um Pisces energy, and your seventh house is, it's not Pisces, it's Virgo. No, wait a minute. Maybe it is Pisces. No, it's not Pisces. I think it's not Virgo either. Hold on, let me see. What do you got right there? Oh, it's Taurus. Okay, it's Earth energy. All right, well, you got an Earth card and an Earth energy, which makes sense. And it says this card shows economic power and ability to realize the dreams of ambition, manifestation of personal creativity through business sense and acumen, ensure social respectability. The work of a lifetime may be indicated here, or the strong success of good plans put into use with practical wisdom. This is also the card of a successful leader, the manager or corporate officer who knows how to get things done without being injurious to employees. There's a strong sense of purpose in what is attempted, so that through methodological, I can't ever say that word, approach, ideas are manifested. And you actually don't have anything in this house on your chart, and that's because you already have this ability. The whole idea of the King of Pentacles is someone who magnetizes that power and wealth to them. And you can already do this. You already have the leadership skills. And so if you're not seeing that manifested, just know that you already have it. Again, you don't have to worry about this whole, you're the leader, amongst your group, you are the leader. And so you don't have to worry about who is the leader. You are the leader. You are the one spiritually or physically bankrolling stuff. And so you just sit in that energy. All right, so the next card is the Queen of Cups. Back to this Cups energy. You have a lot of cups in your chart. I can tell you that, which is not bad. The Queen of Cups is the one that actually rules over this Four of Cups energy. That's weird. All right. All right, so this card of practicality and good nature, kindness, warmth and uh, constancy is generated by the sense of self mastery and self confidence. This may indicate a friendly confidant or someone whose creative vision extends to all facets of life. Optimism and joy springs from energy channeled within and is tempered with understanding. Imaginative and sincere, this could indicate a person who is self actualized and empowered, and as such is willing to help others achieve this situation. Strong willed, there's no question that others will carry their share of the load. Meaning, you don't have, if once you're into this energy of you are the one who is bankrolling everything, like once you deal with the little blip in the beginning and you deal with that, no one's going to question that you're in charge. You are the one in charge. And you have in your house this Uranus, right? This is 8, right? Right. So, yeah, no one is going to question that you're in charge, and you're going to do it with a smile, and you're not going to be injurious of people. You're going to be kind-hearted and helpful, and that's what people need right now, especially, and the people that you're dealing with. Back here at this 5 of Wands energy, you got these people looking like they're fighting, but when you come in and take the lead, that looking like they're fighting will start to look like they're building, and everybody will start building around you instead of seemingly look like they're fighting, because you have this 6 of Wands energy, 4 of Wands. Yeah, the 4 of Wands energy, which is your house is protected. You gotta. I mean, you're surrounded by. You're protected. You're highly protected. And it says the harvest is in, and now is the time for celebration. Again, you have a lot of celebration cards. People working together, people celebrating. You should be into this energy, and you will be once you deal with this little bit of not worrying about the spilled milk. It's nothing but like really good times behind it. Okay? And it says the harvest is in and now's the time for celebration. The rewards of the past labors are now enjoyed. There's a sense of orderliness and job satisfaction with this card and a partnership. This may also suggest a romance with someone who is a coworker or with whom labors have been shared. Possibly an elevation in work by promotion or new assignment is in store for the current. So again, this is the time of partying. You're well protected. You know, the harvest is in, things are going well, and you have this king energy and this queen energy. I mean, that's really good. And the next card is, and that's in 9, in your ninth house. You have Pluto and the moon. So, the harvest can be in. It's just waiting for you, really. I mean, this kind of reading is kind of like it's just really waiting for you to make the decision that you're going to get over. You're going to deal with your pain from the past, and then after that, things are just going to line up like directly, and it's going to be amazing. The next card is the Three of Wands, and it says this card represents a business undertaking in which working in harmony with others ensures success. As a result, negotiations are involved and prior planning to make everything move smoothly. This could be a committee or some form of teamwork indicated, but by working together, the job gets done. Good career news is coming as an enterprise is about to succeed. This shows that while the initial stages of business venture have gone well, there is still more to do for the project to reach realization. A positive outlook and hard work will see the full completion of the work. So again, once you do the work, it's almost like with the first card, the 5 of Cups, it's like the beginning. Like once you deal with the past, you have all of these good times, and this is kind of like the closing of the chapter. And this card is your South Node, which makes sense. So this is literally like the closing of the chapter. You will have all of these good times and this wealth and access and all this stuff. This cycle will be closed because remember I named your chart. A belt and one is in cycles, and so but your last 2 cards indicate the cycle can just continue on. It's not going to be the last of the good cycle. Things will just continue to cycle better. And we know that because you have this card 21, which is the world. Let's look at that. Um wow. Okay, sorry, my bad. There's something in here that I need. You have this card 21, which is the world. This card often, and this is in your community section, and in that particular house, you have Neptune. So this card often depicts a woman posed in a dance with her legs form an upright four and surrounded by the symbol of the elementals above the earth in the midst of the universe. But the image of the world tree brings the symbology closer to home, distilling the cosmic cycles that with that of earth and the individual. It is the celebration and joy of achievement and of a successfully concluded effort. Yet this ending is actually the prelude to a new beginning. Exactly. There may be honors and material gains that lead to greater responsibilities or the attainment of the objectives, but with this comes the quickening and hence at a new start just beneath the surface. Okay. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. To the spiritual light, this card is related to the cleansing and nourishment of Imbolc, which is just around the corner. Sister, this is in your chart. Wow. For the oak king is born and the goddess has returned to the maiden and the cycle of the seasons may begin anew. So this is literally like, if you can clean all, this is why I had to hurry up and do this. If you can clean all of, this little bit of letting this stuff go by Imbolec, which is right around the corner, you're going to be pushed directly into a new, better cycle than the last cycle. Like, this is like really time for you. Like, your time is getting ready to just cycle in. And like I said, if we're able to get on this cosmic clock, our literal powers are going to be turned on. So this is telling me that what I'm saying is true, especially for you. Your powers will be turned on if you can let go of this stuff in the past and just, you know, accept it as it is. And even everything, just accept everything as it is and don't be over emotional about it, because the new cycle for you is getting ready to begin on Groundhog Day. And so if you're ready, you're going into your new cycle. And if you're not ready, you're going to have to go back into this same old cycle again, which this is not a bad cycle, but I want better for you. I want you to go into the greater cycle that the Most High and the angels and the mother have planned. And the only way you can go into the cycle is if you get over the milk that is spilled. You just accept it for value and move on. And then the last card is Temperance, which I have it in the 20 position. I'm going to read it, but it's not 20, it's 14. Okay. All right. The usual name of this card implies a personal restraint and moderation rather than a balance or flow between two worlds or consciousness. This is exactly what I just said. But this is true. But this is the true meaning. It's a balance. It's a restraint. It's, if you are able to bring this cycle to a close and keep your emotions balanced, you will move into the next cycle with that same balance. You will carry that balance with you. Originally, this card had the moon goddess pouring dark wine from one pitcher into another, a process that lets the wine breathe. The wine was likely an elderberry or blackberry wine used in tradition to represent the blood of God of resurrection of Yahweh Shai Dionysus. Same thing. The power of this image lies in the transforming action of the goddess, who stands at the center of the God's life cycle. She controls the flow of life and gives it breath, demonstrating the need for harmony between the lunar and solar energies. Rational and intuitive minds. There is an interaction between idealism and reality that invigorates both, resulting in a balance between both the physical and psychic realms. To you, this card relates to the waters of life, traditionally guarded by the Siddhi, which represented by the beverage placed in a chalice used for liberation and drunk in ritual. So again, if you are able to really deal with the things that are holding you back from being a balance, you don't want to be, you're not unemotional, but you're just balanced emotionally, and all your cards say that you're balanced. If you get into that energy of being balanced, you're going to be given the keys to the world. One of your angels is the guardian of the keys. You'll be given the keys to the world, and you'll be able to breathe life into, you'll be like acting as an angel of the Most High, and breathing life into people from one side to the other as they cross from one aspect to another, letting that wine breathe, and really, giving life to the blood of our people. You know what I mean? And that's what this says. I mean, I didn't make this up. I'm just telling you what it says. And so let's look at the this is a really great reading. Let's look at our universal laws, and see for Miss Deborah which universal law is going to be really, really helpful and important for her, and will allow her to make the most of this reading. Which universal law is going to allow her to make the most of this reading? Let's see if one's going to. A bunch of them are falling out. We got one universal law that's going to be the most. We're going to do this one. All right, so we got number 30, which is incarnation. And this is number 10. You got one of the numbers, number 10. So Michael is in the midst, man. Michael is in the midst. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. What's number 30? Number 30 is incarnation. This means to incarnate from one vibrational dimension to the other, one planet to another, one galaxy to another. So literally, you are going to be able to go between the realms. You're going to elevate. That's what the point of your whole reading is, that you have the ability to elevate from this life cycle to the next life cycle, and you will bring everything that you learned in this life cycle into your next life cycle. And I'm so grateful to have been able to do this reading for you. It's been shocking and amazing for me to see this, and I hope that you indeed feel the same. So, to the spirits who are here with us, you're invited to go in peace. To my beloved sister, you're invited to be at peace, and always remember the Most High is your peace. Shalom.